AMC is one of the most fascinating stocks in public markets right now. AMC has become a meme stock. And there's lots of people who hate it. I think Jim Chanos today, the famed short seller, said he's got a short position on the business. But AMC said yesterday in the earnings call, by the end of the year, they will be accepting Bitcoin. Now, here's what's so fascinating about AMC. This business was taken as a darling of the internet by the Reddit and the meme stock crowd. Meme stocks are not new. Berkshire Hathaway is the ultimate meme stock. Warren Buffett is Jesus. The disciples of Berkshire Hathaway go on Mecca every single year to Omaha, to the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting. There is an entire religion. There is an entire holder base that looks up to and does whatever Warren Buffett wants. Berkshire Hathaway is a meme stock. We just never had used that terminology to describe it. AMC is a meme stock as well. And there are people around the country who have diamond hands who are not selling. And so yesterday during the earnings call, it was expected that they were going to have 91 cents loss per share, but actually came in at only 71 cents. They lost less money than people expected. That's good. They lost less than expected. Their revenue was expected to be $382 million. It came in actually at $445 million. And so they only lost $561 million in Q2 2020. But that was $5.38 per share. Now they only lost 71 cents. Big improvement. Obviously, the pandemic is not having as big of an issue. And so it's a $17 billion market cap business that now says that they are going to go ahead and accept Bitcoin. This is a genius move by AMC. They understand who their shareholders are. They understand that they have an opportunity to continue to get their shareholders involved in the business, continue to keep the stock price moving, continue to have access to capital markets that may not have been available to them otherwise. And so what do those young people care about? They care about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. What better way to continue to rally the troops than to offer the fact that you can pay in Bitcoin? Do I expect people to actually use Bitcoin? Unlikely. People want to get paid in Bitcoin. Pay me in Bitcoin, not me pay you in Bitcoin. But that's okay. The fact that AMC is embracing this and saying we will accept Bitcoin by the end of the year is another stroke of genius that says AMC understands where the future is heading and they plan to be a part of it. Now, we've got a couple of charts. When you look at this chart of the market cap of AMC, prepare yourself. This is nuts. AMC was just chilling for years, since before 2015, 2014, 2013. And then it exploded in 2021. It's come down a little bit, but it is still much higher. $17 billion market cap today than it was in 2020. December 30th of 2020, the market cap was less than $500 million. Today it is $17 billion. Absolutely nuts to see this type of growth, over 30x increase this year. 22 million guests visited theaters in Q2, and employees last year was 25,000, which was down 35%. If you look at the underlying fundamentals of this business, there's reason for people to say it may not be worth $17 billion, but it has one of the most important things, which is it has a highly engaged shareholder base who has confidence that the executive team will turn it around. Who knows? The market is the ultimate referee. And so what we can see is we've got another chart that shows the amount of coverage that AMC has received and then the price movement. And what's fascinating to me is in white, this is the story count on StockTwits, and then in blue is the actual price of AMC. You can see that there was a big price uptick right in January when there started to be a couple of stories. People talking about maybe AMC, let's go to the movies. Maybe we should actually go and start to participate in the stock. And then it exploded upwards and it's kind of continued. And then in June, there was another explosion upwards until the actual price of the stock hit $60 or so. And now it's come back down. We're sitting around $37 a share, but still much higher than we previously were. And so if we continue looking, we got two more charts here. The number of movie theaters that are operational by AMC, you can see that from 2015 to 2016, there was actually a big leap forward, right? The big piece of that leap ended up being material. But since 2016, there has been no material movement for the most part in the number of theaters that are being added. they still operate right around 900 to 1,000 over the last 4 or 5 years. And then if we go and we look at the seats for US movie tickets, they're not actually off to that fast of a start. So if you look at 2019 and 2021, in July, usually there is a big spike for movie ticket sales. But this July, we didn't see that. We are much, much lower than where we were 2 years ago. And so when we think about this stock, what we have is we have a shareholder base that believes in AMC. They are aping into AMC. They have built a community of highly engaged, highly passionate people. Some of them are buying it for potential future returns. Some of them are buying it as a middle finger to the system. Some of them are buying it to replace the entertainment that they got from sports betting or something else. And some of them are buying it merely because they want to see what investing is all about. Regardless of why they're buying it, and the CEO and the board of AMC really, really understands this. If I remember correctly, the CEO of AMC, or the chairman, I can't remember which one, I'm pretty sure it was AMC, did an interview earlier this year, and he had he had business up top, party down low. He didn't have pants on. And at one point, he dropped the camera in the interview, and you could see that he just had his underwear on. Whether it was intentional or not, the gorillas of AMC went nuts. They knew he's speaking to us. And so when that happens, what you get is you get further engagement with the community. And they've started to play into it. They've started to offer things to shareholders. If you own a share of stock, you get certain perks at the actual theater. This, to me, is a genius move to accept Bitcoin. Do we think anyone's actually going to pay in Bitcoin, though?
No.
No?
I think it's going to be even a bigger move when they start paying their employees in Bitcoin.
Do you think that is possible? That's the next step? After they accept Bitcoin, they'll pay people in Bitcoin?
Well, it depends on if people pay in Bitcoin, what do they do with that Bitcoin? Do they hold it on their balance sheet, or do they transfer it to cash, USD, whatever form of currency they want? I think they hold it on their balance sheet.
Polina?
I think it's more of a signal and like a look
at
a
dog whistle?
I don't know what that means, but it's like look at what we stand for versus the actual practical, like you can buy your tickets.
That's what I think is the genius move, right? I agree with you. And I think that the genius move here is when you put a flag in the ground and say, we will accept Bitcoin as payment. What you're saying is we are innovative. We understand the internet. We agree with you. Like, we are in this battle together. Even if not one single person pays in Bitcoin.
We are not 87 years old.
But true, right? Like, that is what they're saying. They are appealing to a younger demographic. And as I've said over and over and over and over again, Bitcoin is good for business. Whether you buy it and put it on your balance sheet, whether you accept it as a means of payment, or you simply adhere to the same ethos, Bitcoin is good for business. And that, to me, feels like what AMC is doing here. Now, the question becomes, if they start to accept it, and to John's point, somebody does pay them and they hold it on the balance sheet, what would happen if they went and ripped off a Bitcoin market buy order and put Bitcoin on the balance sheet? It's hard to do because they're losing money, right? So they're in kind of a weird financial position.
I think they have $1.8 billion in cash.
So what if they took $300 million, let's say, right? And they said, you know what? Or let's just say they took 10%, took $180 million bucks, and they said, we're going to go buy Bitcoin. And we're going to buy $180 million worth of Bitcoin. We're going to put it on our balance sheet. And then now everyone knows not only are we going to accept Bitcoin, but we have Bitcoin on our balance sheet as AMC. And if you want exposure to Bitcoin, similar to buying Square or Tesla or MicroStrategy for the same reasons, you potentially could buy this. If Bitcoin's price goes up, our stock should do well. And also, it's a signal to everyone that we get the future.
That would be the biggest change in their business in the last 10 years.
Nothing
has really changed in their business in the last 5-10 years.
AMC absolutely should go buy, forget $180 million. If they got $1.8 billion of cash on the balance sheet, they literally should go buy, this is my personal opinion, $500 million worth of Bitcoin. They should turn around to the market and say, we have young people who care about this. We have young people who know that this is the future. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to rally around this shareholder base. And what we're going to do is we're immediately going to go out. We're going to get more debt. We're going to put it on the company. We're going to take the debt. We're going to buy Bitcoin, Michael Saylor's strategy. On top of that, what they could do is take every single one of their physical locations and they could immediately start to do things around Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Although we'll talk later about NFTs, I think they could do a whole bunch of stuff with NFTs, etc. The second you start to go down this path, it becomes really, really interesting. Polina?
I have a hot take.
Uh-oh.
So
listen, You're trying to get Joe fired and you're bringing hot takes?
All right. My hot take is tying this topic to the last topic. I think that basically the politicians who are more like friendly with businesses, with the private sector, I think they're going to see this happen. And I think they're going to recognize the level of engagement of these like memers of finance. And they're going to start talking more and more about crypto and Bitcoin, and they're actually going to get educated. And that's how it seeps into politics through business.
Oh, I completely agree with that, actually. I don't think it's a hot take at all, right?
Yeah.
It is the politicians care what the business people care about. The business people care about what their customers and their shareholders care about. And it's very obvious that AMC is a great example. Young shareholders care about this stuff, and they're obviously going to keep doing it. John, do you own AMC?
No.
No? You're out on the meme stocks?
I don't mind the meme stocks. This is gonna be perceived a little negative, but like I don't mind. AMC as a business makes sense to me.
What?
They're a movie theater. You go see the movies. They just
like structurally.
yeah, structurally makes sense to me. GameStop doesn't really make sense to me. It's a retail video game store. So personally, like I'm gonna invest based off the structure of the business and the revenue and everything like that.
You're a movie guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna basically put my money because of the hype around it, right? And some people do, and some people made a lot of. If I knew that it was gonna go up like it did, I would have put some money in, pulled it back out, tried to play a little day trading action, but I didn't.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
If you were going to tell me it was gonna go to like $60 a share from $5, yeah, I would have put money into it.
Well, yeah, if you could tell the future.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching that clip of The Best Business Show. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you know when we go live every weekday, and then head to SoFi.com/pomp so that you can get an account and we can get after it.